It's one of the most beautiful theaters in the country. We can maintain these buildings, but in the meantime, we have to restore it one more time just to get it back to kind of its full glory. You can't do anything other than just kind of shut it down and fix it and make it perfect again. So this shows you kind of what the new facility will look like. We will have ground floor retail at the corner of 7th and Broad, and then we'll have a new patron donor lounge here. So basically, you know, we like to say folks can come, they can have a bite to eat at the new retail space, restaurant that we're actively looking for a tenant. We're going to be updating all of the amenities and facilities. We're going to be keeping a lot of the historic ambiance and nature of what this theater is. It's very ornate, it's very skilled, detailed work. It's very expensive work, to be honest, but it's worth it, you know. You have a place like this, you need to do it the right way. These seats will all be replaced. There'll be a new configuration. So we'll have bigger seats. We'll have a bit fewer seats because we're also going to add ADA accessible seating. And people can buy their own plaque if they want to buy their ticket to history. It's called Your Ticket to History, and it's how folks can support this effort. You can buy a seat, you can buy a light bulb on the marquee, you can do any number of things to support our efforts to restore the Tivoli. To do a project this massive, you have to do a ton of planning, a lot of what's called pre-construction work. And so that's what we've been doing. We've removed all of the equipment, all the gear. We haven't removed the Wurlitzer. We will put her in a safe space while we're under construction. This is our Wurlitzer organ. She's from 1924. She's one of probably, 200 or 300 in the country still. This project alone will create hundreds of jobs in terms of just the construction work. And then afterwards, it's estimated that we will generate 843 full-time equivalent jobs. It dates to 1889. So it was old mercantile, like shop and stuff like that. There will now be a floor that covers this entire expanse. And from about where the center of that railing is, going down the stairs, from there over will be the restaurant space. This old flooring we're preserving because it's historic and the Park Service wants us to, and we want to as well. So a lot of this, you know, will just be totally rehabilitated or repaired. We're now on the ground floor of what's going to be the Bobby Stone Theater, 250-seat art house theater. This will be a little lounge space with a bar and some other areas in a couple months. This will be where all of our construction staging will happen. It'll go from being the home of Jackson Browne and his band to construction workers, which we love. So all these windows are shot, so those are all being replaced on the Tivoli Center building. We're totally redoing the HVAC system here. We're going to improve the energy efficiency of this building. It'll all be completely updated, repointed. All the masonry work will be completely restored. So this is not the original marquee. The original was from the 20s, but this one is now old enough that it's now considered historically significant. So we're going to be improving that, repairing it. We've done a ton of work to it, but you can see it's already starting to have some deterioration. But there'll be scaffolding that will be all up and down this building, and that will completely repair all of this historic facade work. To put a 250-seat theater in that building, you have to basically tear that whole building apart. You know, you got to preserve the historic features and pieces that we want to do, but at the same time, you basically have to gut rehab it. And so they'll see a lot of heavy demolition work. So we pretty well know what we're dealing with, and so I think probably mid-2026. Hopefully that's conservative. Mm-hmm. We'd obviously always work to streamline, and hopefully things go ahead of schedule. But I think that's very realistic. We'll start doing shows probably Q4 of 2026, maybe Q3. With a place like the Tivoli, and as much of a just repolished jewel as it's about to be, it's going to really just make Chattanooga a place that every artist is going to want to come see. Every Broadway touring show is going to want to come play. We're projecting probably 250,000 people coming through our doors on a yearly basis.